welcome to today's video. So I have been having an absolute craving for Outback Steakhouse / Texas Roadhouse's Cactus Blossom Bloomin' Onion Sauce. When I started doing some research on this, it comes out that they're pretty much the same exact recipe. Who knew? So I was on Pinterest. I found a CopyCat recipe, and so today we're gonna make it. Then I'm gonna whip up a quick batch of fried pickles in my air fryer that's right here, and we're gonna test it out and see how it turns out. So let's get started. The recipe I am using is from the browneyedbaker.com, and I will link it in the description below. And the ingredients are half a cup of mayonnaise, and I am using Miracle Whip because that's what we have in our pantry. 2 tablespoons of prepared horseradish, but Sam uses a horseradish sauce, and so we will be using that instead. It calls for paprika. It calls for salt. Got my trusty little salt grinder here. It calls for garlic powder. It calls for dried oregano, which I don't have, but I have some dried basil, so I'm going to use that. And it calls for a dash of black pepper and a dash of cayenne pepper. And my cayenne pepper is actually from the Spice Merchant, and you've seen me use this in several recipes. So it says, in a small bowl, stir together all of the ingredients until completely combined. Serve immediately or cover and refrigerate until ready to serve. Leftover dipping sauce can be stored in the refrigerator covered for up to 1 week. Okay, so we've got everything. We've got our ingredients. We've got our bowl. So let's get started putting it together. When I was making it, I showed you ketchup because I forgot to mention that ketchup is in this recipe. Oh, as my husband says, measure twice, cut once. Maybe I should have read my ingredients twice and only have to open the refrigerator once. So we have all that mixed together, and I have just a small canning jar that I'm going to spoon it into and pop it in the refrigerator. And it's going to sit, I'm going to let it sit for about a half an hour so that all the spices and seasonings can kind of mix and meld and become that great Outback Texas Roadhouse sauce that we all love. In the meantime, I am going to be making me some fried pickles, and I have made this recipe before, and I will link it in the description below. So when you come back, we will be taste testing our Outback Steakhouse sauce. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour. I've got my CopyCat sauce here, straight out of the refrigerator. I've got a fried pickle here. Dip it in some sauce. Go. I feel like the pickle cool down. Woo! Well, while it doesn't taste exactly like the Cactus Blossom sauce, and that could be for a couple reasons. That could be because I used horseradish sauce instead of prepared horseradish, and I used Miracle Whip instead of mayo, simply because those are what I have on hand, and I really didn't want to buy ingredients that I wouldn't use more than once for a recipe. I think it turned out pretty good. So, definitely I will be using this for my fried pickle snacks, maybe some fried green beans, maybe even to dip my carrots in. I'm gonna let my pickles finish frying. They had a couple more minutes, but I wanted to try it real quick because I was hungry. So thank you guys so much for watching, and again, I will link both my video where I made air fryer pickles with my mom and the recipe for this sauce in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in an upcoming video.